I wonder out loud what people read when they see this. When their eyes go over the words and they watch the pictures the way mine do, what could they possibly be thinking? This is social commentary that everyone can agree on. Jonathan Hickman did the comic book of the year. Yes, I know. It's the second day of the month today. The artwork was good too. Like when they come out of the X-wing and the hair is blowing, tie is all over the place, and we see Cyclops and we see Gorgon. Now I mentioned this before about hierarchy, mostly when I talk about Marauders because they got bishops and kings and queens. Whatever, man. I don't care what you labeled Cyclops as. He's Scott Summers, we good. And Saba Noor, everyone on that council, like where is Exodus? Where is he? I haven't seen him in a book yet. So all that's to the wayside. What they said to Gorgon was like something about the sword. He said that you look at the sword and you think that's the weapon. I think that's contradictory to the dream that Charles Xavier still believes in. They've been trying to say that we're people, and this is coming from like that first X-Men movie, right from the beginning, which we all watched on Disney Plus because they released it. When Dr. Jean Grey is talking to the people, and they're like, "How we know they're not dangerous?" And that's not the message the X-Men were trying to preach in that movie. And I'd like to think that there's a comic book that covered that also. I know there has been. So when he says that I'm the weapon, basically he was admitting to be the weapon. That's not the kind of message we've been trying to tell you people for the longest time. And then I find out later on in the comic that it's Professor X's dream to continue, and he actually loves them. I can't believe he unmasked. There's no red ruby of sinister on his forehead or anything like that. He's just regular Professor X. He's just using Cerebro for Cerebro's sake. What do you know? Why did they tease us that at the Powers of 10? Remember that one when they were under the water? Moira was actually there in presence. I have no idea what he was doing, but you had a guy's face, and all of a sudden people are going to theorize. I hope the conclusion to the Scott, Logan, Jean Grey bedroom with the door that attaches to both. I hope that just gets dismissed because I don't care who sleeps with who, but everyone wants to talk about that. Can I talk about how much I love this? The the Wakandan dude talking was like a sigh of relief because I've seen this before in Black Panther. This is the third issue of Reginald Hudlins, and this paid homage. Same shit. And then he's talking over here, and T'Chaka. This is a flashback to the day Ulysses Claw killed him. He says, "You could have made half these breakthroughs yourself, but there's too much money to be made in misery. Why cure a disease when people pay for medicine? Why provide cheap energy when?" And then they go, "Oh, we get the point." T'Chaka came out heavy in the Bilderberg, the World, what's it called, Economic Forum, in that, and this was paying homage to that, or it was copying that, or Hudlin and Hickman they're in the same group chat. I don't know, but they think the same, and they Black Panthers at the back of this comic, LOL. So this was wicked for me to read this. It was talking about how we're gonna basically put the world in mortgage. You guys are the best teachers. We're gonna do things quietly. We'll own all of the money, and once we have the money, we'll influence. We'll buy politicians. He says it so nonchalantly, and I'm just like here, like, yeah, that's why I didn't vote in the last federal election. I don't care. They're all the same shit. To a guy like me, Chillmonger. I know I come out here and I say my fake name, and I don't talk about myself personally. You don't know anything about me. You don't know if I'm a father. You don't know if English was my first language. You don't know shit about me. That's on purpose. But like this is the type of guy I am. Everything's corrupt. I wish it was as easy as this, how we could just have a couple of mutants just unite with each other, come to the world. And he's trying to help us, like the human beings. This mutant over here is actually trying to help everybody by getting rid of the pigs, everyone who attends this conference. And it's like everyone, apparently. It's some Indians. I would have thought it would just be like white people, but they're all over. It's multicultural over here. But the Wakandan guy did come off positively. Still, he's like, I don't need. Well, we're gonna abstain from getting busy with Krakoa. And Magneto's like, it's worth a shot. But I like to see the Wakandans not being villains because that's another series, a franchise in Marvel that I'm in love with. So I don't want to see them warring with each other. It had a big ending when Insaba North talked about the Dark Ages. Well, how did those end? Yeah, that would be me. That would be me. So That's just Marvel fiction, adding a little bit to spice it up. Will we go play somewhere with that? I hope not, because I'm not interested in reading stories of the past. That's not my interest. I like reading things in the present because they actually matter. But I'm sure maybe one day, because X-Men's been all over the place. Think about it. Issue number one was just the family living on the moon, which according to Black Panther and the Agents of Wakanda has a smiley face carved into. So I better see that the next time we go there. Second issue, they were fighting. It was the two Krakoan islands uniting. Third issue, it was those women who could manipulate plants. And over here, we're going to the World Economic Forum. Hickman is going everywhere, and he's got a team that he's ahead of that are executing the good stuff, like Jerry Dugan's Marauders this week. I enjoyed it. X Force, that thing's brilliant. What's the other one that I like? New Mutants. I also like. Hickman wrote a couple of those. So Fallen Angels, there's a reason why it's getting canceled. And Excalibur, I'm just not into magic, not into that stuff. But like what they're executing here in the main X-Men titles, the main four, are lovely. I want to see what happens with Jean Grey and Emma Frost and Russell Dodderman drawing it. That's the draw to me, eh? It's Russell Dodderman drawing. I loved him on War of Realms. That was my introduction to the guy. Alright, I'm done talking because the long videos take a long time to upload and I got like 5 other comics to review. Thank you for watching me. Let me know how woke you are in the comment section because this shit was amazing and I hope I'm not the only one who realizes that.